Am I the asshole for telling my parents they shouldn't have another baby? Hi, I'm 15F and I was an only child until recently. My mum got pregnant with a girl after she had a few miscarriages a while back. Because of the miscarriages, she was really depressed, so I tried to help her out more and be an easier child to handle so she wouldn't feel the loss of her other children. She's now 6 months preggo and very happy and excited because this was the longest pregnancy she has had, other than me of course. The thing is, recently my parents started making a lot of changes for the baby. I didn't mind of course, as I'm really excited for my sister too. But when I got home from school they had painted over my walls and moved my stuff into another bedroom that was smaller and replaced it with so much baby stuff. I cried when I saw this because it felt like they were replacing me for this child they really wanted. When I asked why the baby needed a bigger bedroom, they just said that she would have more stuff and needs more room for all her baby things. My new room is really cramped because it has my bed and my desk and my drawer, and I can't move without bumping into something, and they haven't even checked on me or my room or even asked if they could swap rooms. The worst thing was that my parents told me they were going to stop sending me to lacrosse after school because after the baby's born I would need to help out every day. I really love lacrosse and I don't want to quit. After that I got really mad and told them that I don't want to and that they shouldn't be having another baby if they can't treat their first one right. My mum started crying and my dad was so angry at me that he called my aunt and kicked me out, so I had to stay with her for the night before I could go home. My aunt told me I shouldn't have said that because they really wanted the baby and that I was acting immature, but I really feel like they're making me sacrifice my life for her. When I got home I went to apologize for saying they shouldn't have another baby, but all I got told was that I was really selfish and I'm acting like a baby, and they wouldn't talk to me after that. I don't want them to replace me, but they're acting like I don't exist anymore. Everyone else seems to think I'm the asshole, but I think that I don't deserve to get treated like the second option. Aita, edit. I think I might be an asshole because I told them they shouldn't have a baby after they had miscarriages after so long. Edit. Hi, I had sent my aunt this post and she texted me that she wanted to say that the reason why she sided with my parents was because we both knew they had been trying for a baby for so long and that the miscarriages were really hard on everyone, so my aunt wanted me to be more calm. And because if mum gets stressed her BP would rise and that could harm the baby, so my aunt didn't want me to risk that. She also said that she didn't support their decision on lacrosse and that they should have asked me before they swapped my room. She said she would help me find a job and would help out with the lacrosse fees if they really made me quit too. And luckily she says she is going to come over and help me explain my side and apologize more calmly and maturely so my parents will understand why I feel this way. And I think people think I don't want my sister. I really do, and I can't wait to be her big sister. Exclamation mark.
Not the asshole. Your parents signed up to have another kid, and if they want to make sacrifices to take care of her, that's fine. But it's ridiculous to expect you to give up your hobbies to be responsible for your sister. Also, even if they do need the bigger room for the baby, that doesn't sound right to me, but I don't know anything about kids. They shouldn't have moved you out of your room without any warning.
I was ready to judge you from reading the title, but on reading the post, you are not the asshole. Moving your bedroom while you were at school, without even telling you, was an asshole move. But then forcing you to give up a sport you love because they need you available every day after school to care for the baby. WTAF. You're not the parent. They are. Yes, you need to help out to a reasonable extent, but that does not in any way mean you should have to give up a normal life and extracurriculars to be on childcare duty literally every day. That is seriously messed up, and I don't blame you for reacting the way you did.
Not the asshole. You're a teenager who's being replaced with something shiny and new. You've never had to share, and you're being asked to go well beyond sharing and give up major parts of your life like your space and sports. You're acting immature because you're fucking 15 and are immature. Now, them not talking to you is completely ass backwards and immature in a way that's very unbecoming people old enough to have a teenager. Maybe you could have phrased it better, but, well, when you're being treated like yesterday's news you will vent.
Not the asshole. Maybe you should live with your aunt permanently. You're going to become a third parent to them, having to quit lacrosse because two adults can't manage the child on their own. Ridiculous. It's even more unacceptable to move all your things and paint over your room without even asking. I hope you don't have to stay somewhere you're not wanted. Seems like your parents are planning to use you.
Not the asshole. I think that they aren't treating you like you deserve. The bedroom thing is totally unfair, and the lacrosse. PFFF. Unbelievable. You're their child too. They aren't remembering that. I don't want to give you any advice because I am too petty for a teen.
Not the asshole. What they're asking you to do, drop a sport to take care of a sibling, is called parentification and is a kind of child abuse. Asking you to help out sometimes is okay. Forcing you to be a third parent is not. Can you talk to a school counselor about this?
Not the asshole. Do not quit lacrosse even if you have to earn money to pay for it. Always be busy after school. You should not have to do this and I hope you don't. Good luck with everything. Not the asshole. You are 15. If they wanted to switch rooms, they should have talked to you first and explained why they wanted to do that. And they shouldn't expect you to give up on what you love to help them care of the baby. If they were not ready to balance having a baby with having a teen, you're right, they shouldn't have had a new baby. Your aunt should know this and should have advised them accordingly. There's not much you can do about it now. I'm just gonna ask you to try to keep calm and don't butt heads with your parents cause you can't win that fight. And always remember that your sister is an innocent in all of this. Don't blame her for your parents' mistakes.
Not the asshole. They're being really unfair. Keep playing lacrosse. Not the asshole. Come home from school when the baby is born and just don't help. They decided to move your room and cancel lacrosse because of the baby, so why should you help? Can't force you to take care of their baby.
Not the asshole. Try getting a part-time job that works with you and save up until you turn 18, then leave immediately. If you do this, hide the money as well since they would probably take it from you. Not the asshole. Refuse to give up lacrosse. Speak to your coach and school and see how they can help you. Let them know your parents have already kicked you out once and are threatening parentification so that the school will know to expect it if your grades suffer or you need more help.
Not the asshole. I feel bad that your parents have struggled with miscarriages, so I understand that they're happy to be able to have another child, but that gives them no excuse to mistreat the child they already have. They could have at least talked to you about switching rooms instead of just changing everything while you were at school. Also, forcing you to quit extracurricular activities so that you babysit your new sibling is not only detrimental to your development as a teenager, young adult who needs to socialize with peers and develop skills, but it also smacks of parentification because they're imposing daily, long-term childcare responsibilities on you without you volunteering.
Not the asshole. You keep playing lacrosse.
Not the asshole. Your parents are being cruel to you and can't see what they do to you. Please ask another family member to let you live with them. Be busy after school. Visit friends and stuff. Do not help them with your sister. Your sister is not at fault, so please don't take out your anger at her. Your parents should have taken care about the amount of space there is before getting another kid.
Not the asshole. Your parents are treating you very poorly. It's not fair that you have to quit lacrosse to take care of a baby that isn't yours and therefore isn't your responsibility. It's also ridiculous that they moved your furniture to another room and didn't even ask you, and it's not true at all that babies need a large room. Your parents are absolute assholes.
Not the asshole. Reading this is heartbreaking. It's ridiculous to give a teenager a smaller room than a newborn. And to spring it on them like that is madness. They were going to stop sending me to lacrosse after school because after the baby's born I would need to help out every day. This just made me angry. They should be happy their kid is pursuing physical activities at your age and be support. Not drag you down and force you intk a babysitter, nanny role against your will. Their baby, their responsibility. And their reaction is fucking ridiculous, if not outright child abuse. I hope you come through this all right. Good luck.
I am sorry you have such selfish parents.
Not the asshole. Jesus, they force you into a smaller room, say they will give your sis all this stuff, tell you your passions don't matter, then kick you out of the house for saying something. You're allowed to have a breaking point and get upset when they go too far. You're not the asshole. Just keep your head low, bide your time till you're 18 and get the fuck out of there as soon as possible.
What your dad did is illegal. You're 15. He could be charged for kicking you out. Not the asshole.
Not the asshole. It's a parent's job to make sacrifices for their children, not the siblings. Their expectation that you'll give up lacrosse to help raise the kid they chose to have is pure laziness.
Okay, yeah, that wasn't a thing to say, but they were being terrible parents. Your aunt calling you immature is pure gold, because no shit, you're a 15-year-old who just got shoved to the side. Get a hold of another family member, uncle, aunt, grandparent, somebody mature and sympathetic. Talk with them about what it was like and how you feel and ask them to mediate with your parents. Not the asshole.
Not the asshole. They should not be having a baby with the plan that you would stop your extracurricular activities to be a babysitter. They should have a plan to watch the baby themselves or to find a willing childcare provider whom they pay. I would refuse to babysit. NTA. Do not let them push aside your wants and needs for the baby. Refuse to babysit and go to lacrosse yourself. Not the asshole. Obviously this new baby is longed for by your parents, but if they keep treating like this, they'll lose you instead. Keep going to lacrosse. You'll need something outside of home school to keep you going. You're a sibling, not an unpaid babysitter.
Not the asshole. What the fuck is wrong with them? Honestly, this is just disgusting. I feel so bad for ya. Good luck with your insane parents.
I have 3 kids and I would never do anything like that. Moving your stuff without asking and making you quit your sport is absurd. Way to show favoritism, especially as a new baby needs less room, not a bigger room. I understand about them being excited, but in no way, shape or form should they punish their current child. They are the ones being selfish. I'm glad you stood up for yourself. If this gets worse and they keep on this path, call CPS. You aren't a parent and should not have to act like one.
Not the asshole. Your parents are being so selfish. I don't know if anyone who gives their kid the smaller room and the baby the bigger room. I'd refuse to look after the baby, their child, their problem.
Sweetheart, you're not the asshole. I'm sorry this welcomed and should be happy life event has turned sour. You are in no way the asshole, even if what you said out of frustration, anger, confusion, etc. was harsh, rude, mean, etc. I'm glad to see your edit where your aunt is more or less coming to stand beside you. You sound like a wonderful daughter, and I hope my children wind up with the same type of compassion, empathy and heart that you exhibit. Stay strong, heart.
Not the asshole op. And to your aunt, if you want to show this to her. Op doesn't need help apologizing in a more mature way. She's right. How damn immature of her parents. They need a reality check. You don't get to disregard your 15-year kid because there's a new kid incoming. Silent treatment? Unacceptable. Also what they're promising to op is a whole lotta of parentification, which I'm 99% sure it's a form of abuse. She never signed up to be a parent. She wasn't the one having sex to make the baby. Her parents did. So they can go and work for raising both children. Parent here. Not the asshole. They are clearly favoring the baby over you. Technically they can stop you from going to lacrosse, but the baby is their responsibility. Also, they are not validating your feelings. They're just dismissing them as childish, so that they don't have to consider the impact of their decisions on you. If they don't want to talk to you, fine. But they owe you an apology for how they've treated you. I'm sorry you didn't get quality parents.
Not the asshole. Parentification is abuse.
Not the asshole. You're allowed to be immature. You're 15. Saying they shouldn't have the baby is a little over the line, but not nearly as over the line as demanding that your older child act as a third parent for the younger one. This is not your baby. It's theirs and it's their responsibility to take care of it. You are a child.
Hell no. You're not the asshole. In no way should they expect to parent their child. And moving your room is just horrible of them. Not to mention extracurricular are good for your health, mental health and collage applications depending where you live. You do not need to give up your life because your parents want another child. You are entitled to your life. Can you talk to a trusted teacher, coach, aunt? Maybe they can help you discuss this with your parents.
Not the asshole. If your school has a counselor, it's probably worth speaking to them about it.
NTA. I'm sure no matter what you say they'll justify their actions. Talk to a school counselor and see if they can make your parents come in and talk. Usually shaming helps.
Not the asshole. They can't stop sending you to lacrosse, but you don't have to take care of the baby. If they're so excited about it, well, they can deal with it.
Not the asshole. I would have said everyone sucks here until the point they were all, you gotta quit your extracurriculars to help raise your sister, like, no. Older siblings are not live-in babysitters and should never be expected to sacrifice their childhoods to raise their siblings. What you said was harsh, but I have zero sympathy for them.
Don't go back home. If you can stay with your aunt, please do. Your parents have very clearly chosen the baby over you. I fear for you if you go back. Not the asshole. Dumbass parents shouldn't be having another child if they don't have the dollar or room for it. TBH, I'd move TF out once I'm 18. Toxic ASF assholes. Not the asshole 1,000 times. I loathe when I hear stories about parents expecting their older children to be a perma babysitter. That is not okay. This is not okay, and don't think for a second that it is. I'm the oldest of 5 and yes, I helped out a ton, but there would have been bloody murder had I been forced to give up my sports or bedroom. They have betrayed your trust. I'm so sorry you're going through this. There's good advice from other posters. I just wanted to say that your feelings are valid and I'm so upset for you. Big hugs.
Not the asshole. Put your foot down. Now. If you give in, you will eventually develop negative emotions towards all members of your immediate family. Do not ever let them make you watch her. Do not ever let them treat her better. It's an extremely common thing, and it will ruin your relationships. Not the asshole. They signed up for another kid, not a replacement.
NTA, your parents put a group of cells above you. Fuck them.
Not the asshole. Your parents should still be caring for you instead of putting the responsibility of the second child onto you. Definitely shouldn't be forcing, not even asking, you to sacrifice your room, hobbies for your sibling. It sounds like they're feeling overwhelmed by the idea of having another child, but it was still their choice and they should be shouldering the responsibility, since they are the parents, not you.
Not the asshole. Can't wait for the sequel update. Honestly, Netflix should just base shows of Aita. Not the asshole. My sister was born my freshman year of high school, but my parents never made me give up my room or quit any activities. Taking your room from you without discussing it with you first is disrespectful, and making you give up lacrosse so you can help out every day is wrong. I'm so sorry, Op. All they're doing is sowing seeds for you to resent your sister and them.
Not the asshole. I absolutely agree. They can't be responsible for a new kid if they can't raise the first one right. Not the asshole. Will they force you to quit lacrosse, or do they want you to willingly give it up? Do you have anyone you trust to move in with, because it's going to start with you quitting lacrosse, and then falling behind on homework, and then before you know it, they'll ask you to go to college that's near your home rather than one of your choosing. Not the asshole. You are definitely not tar. Your parents have not handled this right. Speak with your school counselor.